Thank you for staying with us. It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And I begin with the Nigerian News Direct. The major story here, Delta killings. The innocent will be spared if you don't hide perpetrators. Oburewori tells traditional rulers, you can't kill our men and go scot-free, Defense Minister is saying. To another story at the downstrip, Ondo Amotekun falls 3 robberies, kidnapping. Dump your dollars to avoid tears, residency to FX speculators. EcoBank appoints top executives to drive GTR strategy. And at the top corner, Smart City Development, Sonwolu welcomes partnership with MasterCard. Gunmen sees Benue community for 3 days, kill 15. A sad one there. Now, Soludo to commission phase 1 of completed Ibadan Circular Road. Those are the stories you find on the front page of the Nigerian News Direct. And to the front page of the Daily Times. Don't shield suspects. Oburewori warns monarchs, talking about the Okwama killings, says those who committed the evil act must face the full wrath of the law. Now, NEC endorses takeoff of $617 million IDICE program for Nigerians as Shetima promises to leave legacy of prosperity opportunity for Nigerians. And at the downstrip, Nigeria poised to lead Africa in digital technology, Tinubu is saying. At the top corner, I met to deepen efforts towards building climate resilient society. 70% of bomb-making materials enter Nigeria under disguise, Interior Minister says. U.S., Nigeria, others unveil food security strategic country plan. Election, Jonathan leads West African elders to Senegal. Some of the stories you find on the front page of the Daily Times. To this Nigeria newspaper now. Okwama killings. I'll deal with any monarch who shields suspects, says Governor Oburewori. And another story here, alleged 29 billion naira fraud. EFCC rearranges Nyako, son, others. Lagos arrests hoodlums collecting fees for pedestrian bridge users. IPI Nigeria demands immediate release of Olatunji, editor, First News newspaper. And the story making the rounds again, NLC pickets Labour Party Secretariat in Benin. Party belongs to Nigerian workers, not Labour. Olorunfemi. Wike begins rehabilitation of 19 FCT schools, grants scholarship to 13,000 students. Some stories you find on the front page of this Nigerian newspaper. To the Vanguard newspaper now. Still talking about the killing of soldiers. Okwama women, children trapped in forests for 6 days. Neighboring communities refuse to accept Okwama residents. Starvation looms in Igbomoturu in Bayelsa over military siege. Residents can't farm, fish. Man abandons wife, escapes with 2 children. Oburewori warns traditional rulers against children suspects. Now, killing of 17 soldiers, attack on Nigeria's sovereignty. That's what the federal government is saying. Governors condemn killing, observe minute silence in honor of slain personnel. Okwama killings could snowball into a bigger conflict. General Olarinwaju retired, he's saying. Independent probe of Delta killing will indict VIPs. Ex-DSS boss Ejiofor is saying. Northern senators decry spate of kidnapping, violence in region. Right, another story. State police, only 16 states submitted presentation. NEC, I'm certain that story will interest a lot of Nigerians. Only 16 states out of 36 have submitted presentation because they were asked to submit presentation after the president had a conversation with them on the introduction of state police. Now, NLC leaders took workers' salaries during the invasion. Abure is saying. Abure, a pathological liar, says NLC. Now, this is quite an interesting drama that might snowball into something Nigerians are not expecting if it is not properly handled. At the top corner, manufacturers' income tax falls 6.85% to 145 billion naira in Q4 of 2023. Edo Guba, 72 hours to go. 10 parties nominate candidates. INEC court to deliver judgment in suits challenging Ighodalo's candidacy, April 30th. NLC Labour Party trade wars over picketing of State Party Secretariat. Subsidy removal. 1 billion litres of petrol smuggled out, federal government is saying. Now, over 15 killed, residents flee as herders attack Benue communities. To the Nation newspaper now. The major story, federal governor slowing down work on state police. 20 states get ultimatum to submit report. You might want to read that story. You find it inside the Nation newspaper. And another story, Labour Party NLC squabble deepens. Aburi, invasion of Secretariat shameful. Why Labour Party chairman should go by Waba. No backing down until killers of Army 17 are arrested, vows GOC. That's the General Officer Commanding. Don't harbor criminals, that a governor wants monarchs. Governors give conditions on new minimum wage. Ability to pay is important. APC directs members to withdraw court cases in 7 days. Ibadamons or Babalogun as Makinde Ladoja visit family. I won't seek ticket to run for Ondo governor, says Chegede. Some of the stories you find on the front page of the Nation newspaper. To the blueprint now, 16 states submit state police proposal to NEC as a National Executive Council. Rate of response not impressive. Shetima is saying. National Economic Council, I beg your pardon, is saying that the submission of the proposal by states is not impressive. And then we see the story, CBN fertilizer will go to real farmers, not portfolio farmers. The federal government is saying. I hope they will be able to achieve that. Some governors, intellectually lazy, need capacity screening. Okotete has said. ACF urges Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali to remain in Niger. I beg your pardon. ACF urges Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali to remain in ECOWAS. Killings, kidnappings in our region worrisome, northern senators are saying. And Nigeria's turbulent challenges surmountable, Idris Shores. For Sports United World Wrestling ranks Nigeria's Adekuroye #1 in 57 kg. Right, we move to Salient Times. And the major story here is Insecurity. 16 governors endorse state police, NEC. Delta killing, soldiers killed fighting for Tompolo, not peacekeeping in Ukwama, youth alleges. Don't hide any suspect. Oborewori, once traditional ruler, says we need to fish out those involved. Ogun vows to prioritize health care. El-Rufai returns to political limelight, visits SDP National Secretariat. And passengers abducted as bandits intercept Katsina Transport Authority vehicle. My husband knew he was not fertile before marrying me, a wife is saying. Dump your dollars to avoid tears. Naira will appreciate presidency wants FX speculators. And Ahmad Gumi, gunmen finance themselves from kidnapping. No Nigerian is funding them. AFCC arrests IG user for cyber stalking. Commission's chairman Olukoyede, man backs 20 years imprisonment for raping 12-year-old church member. Sad one there. We move to the Punch newspaper. 16 governors back state police, submit reports to federal government. Federal government awaits 20 state report, says the National Economic Council presidency source insists all governors want state police. Incorporate state police into constitutional amendments, governors tell National Assembly. Smoke out illegal miners, federal government tells 2,200 new mining marshals. Scores killed as bandits sack 9 Benue communities is quite worrisome. Commuters fear gridlock as construction resumes on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Foreign trips, federal government may save over 5 billion naira quarterly. Now, at the top corner, NLC wants minimum wage April. Governors warn against bloated demand. State or federal government 1.7 trillion naira budget loans. Naira appreciates to 1,382 to a dollar. Presidency cautions speculators. And this story is here again. Delta bloodbath. State warns monarchs against shielding suspects. Ibrahim.
Yeah, the first with me is the Platform Times. 16 governors rally behind state police amid escalating insecurity. Davido Amaju-Pinnick settled 2 billion naira breach of contract suit out of court. Davido Amaju-Pinnick settled 2 billion naira breach of contract suit out of court. My husband is a chronic womanizer. El Rufai breaks silence amidst speculations of 2027 face-off with Tinubu. Court orders NYSC to allow female corps members to wear skirts on religious grounds. Alleged 29 billion naira fraud. EFCC rearraigns ex-Governor Nyako, son, 2 others. Diphtheria outbreak claims lives in Kano. 4 dead, 28 hospitalized. And above the masthead, Ogun police engage kidnappers in gun battle. Kill 5, rescue victim. Court sentences man to death for killing wife's lover. Next is Daily Trust. Thousands may miss Ramadan Umrah as Saudi Arabia fails to issue visas. Agents to incur losses after booking hotels. Pilgrims lament. Now, police demand 0.5 million naira damages from Kano TikToker merger. Police demand 500,000 naira damages from Kano TikToker merger. Okwama, don't shoot troops killers. Delta governor warns monarchs. Northern senators demand action on Kaduna abductions. Naira appreciates to 1,382 to the dollar after $7 billion FX settlement. El Rufai meeting with Ribado, SDP Secretariat, visit elicits reactions. War on Gaza, U.S. calls for immediate ceasefire at UN. Bandits intercept bus, kidnap 8 passengers in Katsina. Next is the Guardian newspaper. Land grabbers, speculators wreak havoc on citizens' investments. That's the big story there. And terrorists kill 6, injure many in Katsina. Terrorists kill 6, injure many in Katsina. How Nigerian army will fish out killers of 17 soldiers by GOC division. CBN Agri Fund, Nexim pushes recovery as federal government moves to weed out fake farmers. Delta Assembly orders Oberewori to investigate Okwama killing. Stop interfering. NLC doesn't own Labour Party, Abure tells Ajaero. Stakeholders seek action against Nigeria's $10 billion yearly procurement fraud. Land grabbers, speculators wreak havoc on citizens' investments. 2 students nabbed for faking own kidnap in Lagos. Population of displaced children hits 1.8 million. Wow. Next is the Leadership Friday. 36% of Nigerian major banks CEOs now women. 36% of Nigerian major bank CEOs now women. You can read that up on the page 4 of the Leadership Friday. 5 years ago, will the trend hold? That's a question on the infographic. Diphtheria kills 4 children in Kano. On the bottom strip, federal government launches special forces to protect mining sites. Out this Sunday, okay, that's talking about the Levogue. But then above the masthead, how Airpeace federal government circular crashed foreign airlines tickets. How Airpeace federal government circular crashed foreign airlines tickets. Naira gains 10% to 1,382 to the dollar after CBN clears forex backlog. Next is, on the ear of the newspaper, U.S. surgeons transplant pig kidney into human. Interesting. Next is Business Day newspaper. Tide turns for Naira, but foreign investors want more. Convertibility risk spooks foreigners from local auctions. 5 ways to boost intra-Africa trade for prosperity, McKinsey. Over 5 Nigerians kidnapped daily as plague spreads. 50 billion naira monthly diesel cost threaten Nigeria's communication backbone. That's about it for the Business Day newspaper. Next is Nature News. Burkina Faso, Egypt, DR Congo among top 10 most polluted countries. Burkina Faso, Egypt, DR Congo among top 10 most polluted countries. IQA report. Asia, top world on clean air ranking for 2023. Countries where average PM 2.5 concentration, talking about the micrograms per cubic meter, exceeded WHO guideline 7 to 10 times in 2023. So in the order of the highest, talking about Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, Tajikistan, Burkina Faso, Iraq, United Arab Emirates, Nepal, Egypt, DR Congo, etc. And the last is we have Indonesia and Rwanda. Next is exclusive. Illegal mining activities flourish on OAU land. Lagos State government takes firm stand against unauthorized excavation by discos. World Water Day 2024 focuses on water for peace. NGO raises concerns over government approval of GMOs. Nature Care, maintain your young looks with jasmine plants. Kidnappers abduct poultry farm manager, farmer in Ogun State. How failed erosion project pushes Obogoro community in Bayelsa to the ocean. That's about it for the Nature News. Penultimate paper with me here is the sports, the nation sports. Super Eagles captaincy. Finidi to decide on Ndidi or Iheanacho. Brothers at war, Iwobi vows to give 100%, says it's like another rivalry. Black Stars versus Super Eagles. FIFA picks Moroccan referee Jalal. Also, Saka leaves England camp. Rape conviction. Rubinho sentenced to 9 years in jail. Arsenal, Man United interested in Real Madrid's Rodrigo. Also, Alaba is best paid player in La Liga and earns of 88 million per month and 61.88 million per month rather. Also, we have Liverpool players choose preferred candidate for new manager. And talking about our own sports lady, Amushan, I was a little bit distracted, says Amushan, after winning 100 meters hurdle gold, says nobody can choose competitions for her. My 400 million gold dream come true. Okay, so you can read so much more on the front page of the Nation's Sports and Life. Next is the Nigerian Tribune. Okay, I still have 2 more to go. Nigerian Tribune, Okwama killings. GOC soldiers to remain in the creeks until Delta governor cautions traditional rulers against shielding suspects. You see that on page 2. Federal government unveils mines marshals to secure mining sites. Let court decide who is a terrorist sponsor. Talking about Sheikh Gumi. Meta to introduce monetization features for Nigerian creators on Instagram in June. Amotekun foils robbery attempt in Ondo, arrests 1. 20 states fail to submit report on state police. 36 states, FCT owe 1.7 trillion naira in budget support. 1 billion litres of petrol smuggled out to benefit those not paying tax. Federal government. Nigeria to grow FX reserve to $35 billion by end of March. That's the CBN. Nigeria not owing foreign airlines $700 million. NANTA. FBN Holdings appoint 5 new directors as Otedola takes over. Above the masthead. No respite for poultry farmers as product scarcity, rising cost persists. Nasima Cakes over CBN's lift of FX access for importation of milk, dairy products, says new policy will discourage local production. El Rufai's visit to SDP stirs debate as ex-governor hosts NSA. That's about it for the Nigerian Tribune. And last but not least is the Matrix. Okwama killings, federal government talks tough. We won't rest until all masterminds of the killings are apprehended. Defense Minister. Troops vow not to leave creeks until culprits are caught. Assure that troops will be strong, decisive and professional. Oborewori warns monarchs against shielding suspects, says we need to fish out those involved. Confusion as foreign airlines challenge CBN to show evidence of FX backlog clearance. NEC endorses takeoff of $617 million IDIS program across states. Nigeria government received $4.92 billion from Shell in 2023, highest so far. Why Kesari didn't beat Portable in Lagos. You can read that up. Definitely that will make your day. Insecurity, clamor for state police heightens as NEC reviews 16 state governors back calls. Former NLC President Ayuba Waba fires back at Aburi, says Congress owns Labour. Tinubu reiterates Nigeria's commitment to financial reporting standards to unlock investment, economic development, saying my administration committed to adopting cutting-edge models for financial reporting, process standardization. Friendly, Morocco's Jayed Jalal to officiate Nigeria versus Ghana. And above the masthead, dump your dollars to avoid tears. Naira will appreciate soon. Presidency tells forex speculators. That's about it for the newspapers, the last being Matrix. And you can grab the newspapers for today and educate yourself and get informed. Right. I think we've actually kept Nigerians up to date.